Hai portato la grappa?
E la grappa.
Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me well. We're here streaming round number 4. So yeah, the games have already started this morning at 10 a.m. Italian, Spanish time, and we're going to be following all the streamers' games. So if you have somebody that you'd like to see their games, just let me know. And give me just a second real quick because I have to. So guys, how are you doing? How is everything going? So this game we have over here, have Matthew playing, also known as House Lion. Hold on, the board just was a little bit... Okay, so let's see what happened on this game. Well, it's kind of 2 great moves in a row. So it was Caracan defense, he's played the advanced, very solid Matthew. And then he has taken the pawn on c5. And well, it's looking pretty well for him so far. This c3 is a miss. What she should have played? I think that possibly c4? Or is it also inaccurate? No, I think like c4 probably looks good. But he decided to play c3 instead. And then, what do you have here? Like a lot of exchanges. And well, looking pretty good for white actually. White has more space. The dark squares bishop, the black dark squares bishop, is not working properly. So this is looking pretty good for him so far. So let's see. Hopefully he'll get the win. Let's look for another players. So here we have Zoe Selner from the United States. Let's see what did she do today. So she played e4, and then she's played this sort of Grand Prix system. Well, black has just moved many pawns in the opening, but that's also valid in some Sicilians, like he's just expanding on the queen side and, well, all that stuff. So let's see here, a3, queen c7, and then she's just attacking a lot on the king side already. Like he already pushed f5, which of course is a plan when you start that attack. And his opponent replied with b4, which is considered as mistake because I think that of course that allows her just to develop the bishop. And now she has a great position. I think like as soon as he moves the knight, this square on d6 is like really weak, and the pawn on b5 is also really weak. So it's gonna be like great for her, I think. So good game by Zoe so far. Also, guys, like this 60 minutes time control, like is making all of like not only the streamer but of course all of the players running like out of time very early in the game. Like if you can see, like Zoe has 25 minutes against 32 minutes of their opponent, and they have barely made some moves, right? Like maybe 10 or 15 moves. So just to remember everybody that this is 60 plus 30 instead of 90 plus 30. So this is a little bit double phase, you know, like Can be good, can be bad, but we'll see. So what else do we have over here? We have Beyhan. This is a candidate master from Armenia, and he's facing this international master from Argentina. And so let's see how is the game looking over here. So he's a little bit lower on time than his opponent. He's played this queen pawn with the fianchetto on the king side, and he's now just improving his development. The straight queens, and well, it seems like a pretty solid game so far. Like, I don't see how this can become crazy at some moment. So let's so yeah, so good for him as well. Oh, and Agni. No, here is not. So where is the Agni's game? So Agni's game today, we have a streamers match, guys. Agni is facing Luca, so she is from Lithuania and he is from Italy. Actually, he's local, and they are playing against each other. So what? We didn't know they were playing together. So we have like a match. So if you are either of them followers, you have to let me know. This is maybe like a delayed Queen Gambit or something like that. I don't know. So everything is looking pretty good for them, and a fast endgame actually. Knight g6, like the engine doesn't like it. She just takes control of the open file, and now Luca can't make castling anymore, which is pretty bad for him already. But now she's taking the knight on g6, which is also a mistake. But why it is a mistake? Maybe she should have done something else, but I don't know what specifically. So let's see, let's think. Guys, I wanna really think by myself, like what to do over here, because it doesn't look like it is bad, but apparently she might have something pretty positive and pretty good over here. I don't think it's something like terribly bad for Luca, but maybe just taking the bishop on b5 or something like that could be a good option for her. Maybe. Oh yeah, of course was taking the bishop. But now that she's taken the knight and then taking the bishop is different. I think that taking the bishop, in fact, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, guys, because now, and in the worst scenario, he should have taken it with the bishop. I see. So she's done the incorrect exchange in the incorrect side, which I think that allows Luca go back to life after being a little bit behind after the opening. So pretty good for Luca. Let's see how that game goes. Then we have Anna. She's a woman international master from Poland. You can also follow her. And she's playing another Italian guy. So let's see how this game goes so far. But they are also on an end game, and she is lower on time than him. So very, very fast trade of pieces. And they have just gotten on this very typical endgame when you open like the d file very early, and either of the players have to exchange that piece. So they are doing like fast, but I think that now Anna might be a little bit uncomfortable because of the double pawns on the king side, and also feels like a little bit more restrictive for her. So I don't know, guys, but anyways, we're streaming in multiple channels at the same time. We're also in the officials tournament channel. So let me check real quick if you guys are maybe also there. And yeah, so hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I have the chat of it over here, and I think that my chat might be here. So yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Okay, so I think both chats can hear us perfectly. I just have to let somebody know something. So yeah, guys. So who else's game do we have? I think that we've almost covered all the streamers. So we have, of course, my dear Diana Mirza, girl from Ireland, woman FIDE master, and she has just made a great move. Let's go, Diana. So, what was this? Like, this looks pretty crazy. Oh, coal system, good. So he exchanged the light squares bishop pretty fast, and Diana just went all in on the king side. Like, she literally went all in, starting to attack the h6 pawn, and without hesitation, g4 planning g5, sorry, f5, and f5 is such a great move, and now her opponent is thinking. So let's see. Good for Diana, actually. He's also Italian, so he's local, and let's see how she does. So yeah, guys, we have here many games. Behan has just made a mistake. Oh, he sacrificed the rook in exchange of the knight. Oh my god, like, apparently he's maybe planning to win this game. This is very interesting. Even though it's considered a mistake, I can see like the intentions behind. Like, moving the other rook across, taking advantage of the dark squares. Black bishop is also a bad bishop. And I don't know, he just maybe wants to relocate the other piece on that side and work against the pawn chain or something. Okay, guys, so this game is about to become pretty interesting, and I really see like pretty interesting games in all the boards. So guys, I don't know, like, this is gonna be a pretty intense match for everybody. I'm gonna try to keep all the games open so we can just stay scrolling from one to another now and then. And yeah, I'll be back in just a second, guys, so stay tuned. So guys, we're back here. We're going to continue commenting some of the games. So Matthew was doing pretty good, we mentioned in the beginning. I remember that he's a streamer playing here from Jersey Islands. You can follow him as House Lion. And, well, his opponent is not very good today, so he's made some mistakes in a row. And now this knight e8 apparently is giving Matthew some good chances to get advantage, and I could bet that the right move should be queen g4 or queen h5 even. Is it something like that? Let me see, guys. Queen h5, let's go. Queen h5 looks pretty good for Matthew. Like, I think it is gonna be very bad and very difficult for Black to sustain this with both of the bishops threatening, and actually the only option for them to stop it would be like moving the pawns and letting either of those bishops just to destroy all that area of the board. So this is gonna be hard for Black, and I'm curious to see like what is he going to do to try to stop it, because I literally don't see like a healthy way for him to do it. We have here also Diana's game, who is like, she just made this f5, which is a great move, guys, supported by the g4 she did before. She played g4, and of course her idea is to push this straight away. She positioned all her pieces from the beginning, punting h7, so basically what she wants to do is to destroy that file and go all in for the black king. It's true that her bishop doesn't look very good so far, but as long as she starts opening that, like, the bishop is simply going to get into the castling, and yeah, this is looking pretty good for her. So after f4, like, her opponent is still thinking. Let's remember, like, this tournament is 60 plus 30, so as you can see, like, it's still pretty early stages of some games, and they are also, like, some of them are low on time. That's the reason, because it's not like 90 minutes. So pretty good for Diana. And so we also saw that she had a great game going on. She has a lot of activity, and well, her opponent wasn't like that good. She played this bishop f4, the queen went back, and then she took the pawn. Oh, and she moved the knight to v1, which apparently is not the best decision. But I don't see it as a big problem. Maybe she had something like sort of an intermediate move or something like that, guys. I don't know if you see something for white over here, but yeah, maybe, I don't really know. But white should have some chances. Like, it's of course a very suspicious position for white to not to have like a real opportunity to do something. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking like moves like e5 or pawn takes pawn or anything but moving the knight, you know? I don't know if you have like any other idea, like you can leave it in comments. But probably those two moves that I've mentioned are not correct, that they are like so tentative to play. So could be an option. Even like taking this, and then he takes, and then she takes on e7. But of course the problem would be like what happens if she takes and then he just retakes. Like, maybe she loses an opportunity over there. Maybe it's better to keep the tension with the pawn, like keeping the pawn on f5, and then just, I don't know. But I don't know, let's try e5. I really want to know like what's the best she could do. Now, like, e5 is really bad, of course, because I didn't even analyze it enough. But well, she's go back to b1, and he's played a bishop c5. So now she can't castle. But maybe knight a4 was better to stop the bishop. Oh, knight a4! Now that makes more sense. Knight a4, and we stop the bishop coming out. But I wonder why she didn't like knight a4. I think because maybe she thought she can always go bishop e3, and then the knight goes b6, and she's killing it. So yeah, knight a4 is what she missed, and actually was a pretty good move. A lot of advantage for white if she would have played that. But well, it is what it is. So now, in this position, it is a little bit more tight between each other. But I think that she still has chances. Like, even though like this says that it's equal, I think that it's easier to play like for her in this case. So Matthew is now thinking. No, sorry, his opponent should be thinking. Oh no, because he haven't played the queen h5 yet. That was our analysis, so he haven't played it yet. But well, we can just keep going, guys. We'll go to Behan's games again. So what happened over here? He took the knight. Oh, and his opponent didn't take the offer to trade the knight in exchange of a bishop. He just countered attack, and which says is a miss, because I think that probably the best move would have been just to take. No, what's the best move over here? Or am I missing something? Because if he takes, no, yeah, taking is best. I was right, like taking, and then I think like probably Behan's idea was like rook a1 or something like that, or bishop f1. I think bishop f1 better, because the knight needs to go somewhere. So the knight needs to go somewhere, and that's it. But well, so his opponent didn't accept it, and instead he counterattacked. And now I think like Behan is ahead. Like I don't see how he could get in danger, because now he just go back and oh my god, this is looking pretty good for Behan. So basically this worked out for him, because in one way or another, like even though the most simple thing to do and the best was for his opponent to take, like it was 50-50, so you wouldn't have known if he could have had to do that or the other. So guys, he's already doing pretty good. So we go back to this streamers match between Agni and Luca, and well, we said before, like she got opportunities in the beginning, she got opportunities and she missed them. Like the game looked like this in the very beginning of the game, and she missed the fact that she could have simply take the bishop instead of taking the knight first. So they've gotten to an end game, and well, both of them have an isolated pawn, both of them have the same pieces, the same colored bishop. So according to the engine, it's slightly better for black, but I think is fairly equal for both of them, in my opinion, of course. But I think like this is gonna be a potential draw against, unless like some of them like blunders really bad, like should be like a terrible mistake. Okay, so Diana's game, guys. So perfect move actually, and this is like a lesson of attacking on the king side. Like she's literally just attacking so much. I don't really know why. And now she's just taken. He's taken back with the f pawn, and this doesn't look good for black. Like not good at all. Is this a move? It's not, right? But if it would have been blitz, I would have done it. Of course, on a classic game, is not the best decision to make, but that move looks pretty fun. What I think that what she has to do is simply like a rook f2, for example. The rook f2 to rook f1, or maybe the rook somewhere else, like f3 or f4. Is that a difference between those moves? I don't really know. But anyways, she's doing pretty good, and this is my move. That's not her move. Don't panic. I hope it's not her move, of course. So now she's just thinking, and she might win this game. She might win this game, and that's gonna be like so beneficial for her, because he's like almost 100 points, no, more than 100 points higher rated than her. Be like good morning for thinking. The queen h5 has to come, Matthew. Like I'm sending you telepathy on that move. The connection is very laggy. No. Well, now seems to be better. Okay, hold on. Like guys, now should be better than before. It was because my phone also connected to the same Wi-Fi, but I don't really know. I'm sorry because of that connection. Like we know it's not the best, but well, it is what it is. We can't help it. Anyways, guys, we are just going to try to do our best, and otherwise in the afternoon's game, like we're going to try to get a better spot with better connection, probably inside. But well, as you might know, like inside is hard to comment because they are playing right next to. So, but we'll try it. We'll try it for the afternoon. So guys, I think like now might be time to stop this and just keep it for later, guys. So if you are able to hear this, like stay tuned, because this afternoon at 4:30, no, sorry, this afternoon, like at 2 is the second round of today. So stay tuned at 2 CEST time. We'll try to be back with better connection,